Live from Studio 7E in Rockefeller Center, this is Today in New York.
Well, with the same-sex marriage vote, gay rights activists have plenty of reason to celebrate this Gay Pride weekend here in New York. But events in Harlem made headlines when local religious figures came out against them.
Tracy Strahan spoke to one pastor about the relationship between African Americans in the gay community and religion for this morning's Positively Black.
NBC 4 presents Positively Black.
Well, let's face it, there's long been a contentious relationship between the black church and the LGBT community. But as we approach many of the pride events celebrating the gay community, at least one pastor says he wants to be a part of it. I'm joined by Pastor Joseph Tolton, who heads up the Rehoboth Christ Conscious Church. Pastor Tolton, does this mean you're accepting of a gay lifestyle, or just you're not turning people away? Which side of the coin do you fall on?
I actually embrace both. I believe that there is nothing about same-sex love that is on a collision course with the mind of God or the scriptures. And I fully embrace all people as being worthy of the love of God and worthy of being celebrated as God has made them in their individual uniqueness.
Now, a lot of this came about during Harlem Pride Week. People were saying they didn't want gays to come into their churches or just be a part of it. A lot of the pastors in Harlem in the black church were saying that. It got to be a pretty heated debate. And I'm just wondering, as some of them being your colleagues,
yes,
how is it to kind of stand against them?
Well, being a good Christian is about taking a stand, even when that stand pits you against people that are colleagues or that are friends. And so, being a man of conviction, I had to take the appropriate stand. Additionally, I am also an openly gay professional man of faith. So much of my work in ministry is about the reconciliation of LGBT people with their faith and restoring people in terms of their relationship with their God. So the contentious nature of this, it's a part of what it means to take a stand and be a man of conviction.
Well, and being a man of conviction, about 90% of your congregants, you say, are in the LGBT community. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And I'm just wondering, you know, what is it particularly about the black church that makes this such a hot button issue?
Well, it's not just the black church, it's really the black community at large. And what really happens is that in every society, there's psychological dysfunction and aggression, and that aggression needs a place to go. When you look at black America, you have more black men in prison than are in college. Black men's personhoods are under assault. We're the first ones to be hit by the penal system. And so there's a lot of aggression that black men face. And then for black women who are heterosexual, their pool of marriage-ready and marriage-focused potential prospects is very, very, very small. So they feel very, very threatened in terms of what their own lives can be.
Now, as we leave, I want to talk to you not only about coming out as a gay man, but coming out as a man of conviction, as a man of Christ. Had to be a difficult time.
Absolutely, it was. But I've always known who I was. And I remember being a child at about the age of 9 or 10 and feeling this call to ministry, but also very much knowing that I was a same-gender loving man. So it's been a difficult road, but I'm so glad to be free, and I'm so glad to be living my truth.
All right, Pastor Joseph Tolton, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
This has been a public affairs presentation of NBC 4. Positively Black.